Hello, everybody. Welcome to day three. Day three, our third and final day of this free 3-day Course Creatrix training. You guys, no one's on here yet, so I'm just gonna ramble. Have you looked at my personal page today? I posted something about dating. And it's something just randomly asking for advice for a person who is over online dating. That person is me. And I didn't realize how much engagement would happen there. I'm like looking at my computer and it's like ding, 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 ding. People are commenting left and right. I'm getting DMs like crazy. And it's actually really funny because I posted a question about dating and I've got people DMing me telling me that they're interested in coming into Course Creatrix, which is pretty weird. So it just goes to show the more authentically you show up online. I hope you guys are seeing this because nobody's on the live yet, but the more authentically you show up online, even if you feel like it might be something stupid that you're posting or it's just a random thought or whatever, like the most random things will get you the most engagement. And people are watching. Regardless of what you think, people are watching what you're doing online. All right, let me see if we're actually live. Where are we? There we are. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a minute to jump on. Who's coming today? Who's coming live today? Who is coming live today? So, yeah, I posted about online dating and the fact that I asked for dating advice for someone who is tired of online dating. And the reason I asked for that was because I am tired of online dating. I actually went off all the dating apps like, I don't know, 6 weeks ago because I feel like it's like, it's not there. What I'm looking for isn't there. Hey, Jaquetta, I'm rambling about online dating right now. And so I posted on my private page, my personal page today. I think most of you are friends with me there. And I said, what's your best dating advice for someone who's tired of online dating? And I'm looking down at my computer and it's like ding, 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 ding. People are commenting. They're liking it. They're sharing it. They're sending me DMs. It's really funny. So what I wanted to say was like, when you're in the promoting phase of like whatever course you end up promoting, realize that like sometimes the most random shit you say will get the most engagement. And it's so funny because I've got people now DMing me going, oh, I've been meaning to ask you how I can join Course Creatrix. I know you have a new round coming up. And it's because they saw that. Like I'm posting every day about Course Creatrix and then one day I just randomly say something about online dating and it's weird. It's not weird, it's the way it is. The fact is, you guys, people are watching what you do. So when you start promoting your course, and we'll go into day 3 in just a second, but I'm just gonna riff for a second. When you start promoting your course and you think that nobody's watching you and you think that nobody's signing up at first and you're like totally discouraged, just know that people are. They're lurking, they're watching, they're taking note, and you just have to keep going. So I'm gonna look into the comments. Oh yay, Jenny has a snow day. So you guys, Jenny Cordano is my childhood best friend. I didn't even mention that, but hi Jenny, I'm so glad you're here. It's so exciting to do this type of work. I've had so many close friends from when I was younger sign up for my things. Course Creatrix actually has quite a few people that I grew up with that took the course and they're still in the mastermind. It's super fun to do that. Really fun to watch them create their courses and start making money. Jaquetta says, the worst, I gave that up 4 years ago. Yeah, you know, I was thinking like every relationship that I've had that has been good has been with someone that I met organically. So, and like, you know, there's like online dating, I don't know, it just seems to be a bunch of F-boys, which is fine. I love a good F-boy, but that's not what I'm looking for right now. Aisha, hi Aisha. See who else is on here? Who else is here? Sometimes I start to rewatch these lives, which is never a good idea. And I'm like, why do you sing when you're waiting for people? I don't know. I think I've just been doing this for so long that I just kind of say whatever comes out. All right, it looks like we've got quite a few people on here. So we will get started now. So welcome to day 3 of the course Creatrix free 3-day training. I know yesterday was a lot of information, and I am keeping this group open until February 2nd. February 3rd is when the next round of course Creatrix opens, and I will be unavailable here. I'll probably keep this group open because I may reuse it when I do this training again, but I will not be live in here or anything, because once course Creatrix starts, all of my energy goes into that group and helping those ladies, and that's where I'll be. So if you have missed anything, or if a couple people just joined us yesterday, if you're new, just take your time, go through the videos. You can ask me all of your questions. I'm available here until February 2nd, and then I will be shifting my focus into course Creatrix, the full 8-week training. Aisha, you met your husband online. I hear stories like that, but I don't know, girl. I don't know. I think it's something in my vibration. Well, I know it's something in my vibration that I have to work on. All right, so welcome to day 3. I want to start with a little bit of a recap on what I have taught you guys so far. So I told you my story about how I sort of stumbled into online course creation, and how the first time that I created a course with the Nanny Agency Startup course, I was teaching it over and over again live, and I really got burned out on that and wasn't making like great money doing it anyways. It's having like $5,000 launches, $10,000 launches. And then I decided that I was never going to teach it live again. I was going to package up the videos from when I had taught it before, and I was going to resell those and create it in a different way, which I went through in the first 2 videos, how I did that. And when I shifted into that way of doing business, all of a sudden I had a $35,000 launch. And I was like, whoa, okay, I'm onto something here. That got me super excited. And then I made course Creatrix because I was riding the wave of that huge launch and just being super excited about it. And since then I've had multiple larger launches doing things this way, the easy kind of fast method that I've come up with. So I'm gonna recap a little bit the steps that I gave you. So the step number 1 was to determine what you're here to sell, and then determine who your people are. And I took you through some exercises to do that. Quite a few of you did that. A lot of you posted or sent me DMs on what you were doing, and some of you posted in the group, and I feel like most of you got pretty clear on what you want to teach, or you came into this already knowing what you want to teach. And then yesterday we talked about determining who your ideal client is, and I gave you an exercise to go through with that. And I also posted in the homework thread a letter that I wrote to my ideal client in the last round of course Creatrix, because as you know by now, every time I teach course Creatrix, I get so caught up in the energy that I end up creating a new course alongside of you guys. So that was, I posted my letter to my ideal client in there. To give you an idea of what I wanted you to do yesterday. So what I wanted you to do was to free write about what your ideal like dream soulmate client would be, and then I wanted you to take what the brain dump that you free wrote about, and then write a letter to that person. So if you need if you want help with that, let me know, or look at the homework thread from yesterday and you'll see what my ideal client letter looks like. And that letter goes in all of my advertising. It goes on my sales pages. It came out of my soul, so I just naturally speak to that person because that's who I want to work with. And that's sort of what I'm trying to, get you into the flow of. So it's determine what you're here to teach, who are you here to teach it to, and then we had sell before you create. This is a big one. So many people come to me and say, oh, I made this course and I just haven't gotten around to selling it because it's not perfect yet, and I don't have the handbook written, and I don't, thanks Sarah, and I don't have, it's not perfect. Fuck that. Excuse my language, sometimes I say bad words, but fuck that, okay? Sell it first and then create it. Unless you've already created something, then just start banging the drum around it like I've taught you in the last couple of days. Don't let yourself get stuck in the mindset of like, it's not perfect yet, so I can't sell it. No, there are people, that ideal client that you are being guided to teach, they need you now. They don't need you in a year or two when you think everything's perfect, and then you teach it and then you realize that it's still not perfect and they need more, and then you need to rewrite it. So sell before you create. Run the experiment. Once you've decided what it is that you're interested in teaching, start putting it out there. I call this banging the drum. We do this a lot. Yes, I am the handbook chickie. Oh, you're not stuck, Sarah. No, you're banging the drum and selling. I was definitely not referring to you, but Sarah created a handbook for her course. I may do that for one of mine, but somebody else will have to write it because I just can't sit down and write a handbook to save my life. So we go into run the experiment. Running the experiment, banging the drum is basically getting online. We have like this availability and this access to reach so many people through social media. So getting online and talking about it, writing posts about it, going live about it, telling people, you know, hey, I'm doing this. Do you think you'd be interested? Or do you know anyone else? Keep going. And then my big point that I made yesterday was make it easy for people to pay you. It shouldn't be hard for someone to pay you. You should have a PayPal link or Square or whatever you use. You should have a link available to send people when they're interested. And then the last thing is don't stop talking about it until it's sold. So I'm watching one lady in particular, one of my students from the last round of Course Creatrix, has been banging the drum around her offer for a while, and she had some blocks around it, and she had some stumbling blocks that were kind of keeping her stuck, and you know, I coached her through it, and she kept going, and now her program is filling, and she's collecting payments from people, which is super exciting. Don't talk yourself down. You are, oh, thanks, Sarah. Thank you. So where am I? So it's basically keep talking about it until it's sold, and that's what we do in Course Creatrix. In my 8-week program, it actually goes more like 10, 11 weeks. Is it 10 weeks or 11 weeks? You, Sarah and Tara will know. We do a couple of integration weeks. But we move quickly through this process, and we kind of keep each other accountable for getting it out there. And the cool thing about the private group is that if you're not comfortable going live yet, or if you don't really, you know, feel like what you've created is, so Marjorie says 10 weeks. Yeah, it's 10 weeks because we have 2 integration weeks where I do one-on-one calls with everyone. So we have this private incubator where everybody can kind of test things out on each other, which is really fun. And there's about 20 women in there right now, and I expect that to double next week when we actually kick off. I feel like it's going to be another 20. So we come to day 3, and day 3. So we've done what are you here to teach? Who are you here to teach it to? Oh yeah, Sarah, we do. We have lots of bonus trainings in there too. So today I want to ask you the most important question of all. I really want you to sit with this for a minute. So the question that I have for you today is, how committed are you? How committed are you to getting your work out there? How committed are you to creating a life and a business where you get to be paid for being you? Because that's what I'm teaching you to do. That is what I do. This is how I make my living, by being myself and showing up for people who want to learn the things that I know how to do. How committed are you to that? And I'm not asking, you know, do you think you can do it or do you think you'll succeed? I'm just saying, how committed are you? Because creating and filling a course requires a commitment. It's not something that you're just gonna, you know, jump into a class and listen to a teacher and then it's gonna happen. You have to actually be obsessed with creating this lifestyle for yourself and with what you're teaching. I think everyone here and anyone who's friends with me online knows that I am 100% certifiably crazy obsessed with Course Creatrix. And I am. And I'm excited about it, and I love launching it, and I love doing these free trainings, and I love offering you a spot in it, and I love that you come in, and I love that we get to know each other for 10 weeks, and the whole thing. I'm obsessed with it, and that's what this requires. The commitment is obsessed with creating daycare, yeah. The commitment has to be there, because if you're not fully committed, or if you have one foot in and one foot out, you're like, oh, well, you know, I'll dip my toe into course creation and see if it works. No. You need to be all in, you need to be 100% behind yourself, and you need to be ready to do the work. You need to believe in it 1,000%, and people should really feel that when they see you talking about your offers, when they see you writing about your offers, and that confidence usually isn't there right away. It takes a minute, and that's something that we work on in Course Creatrix, but I can tell you that From the beginning to the end of that course, there is a major transformation that happens to the women inside. They come in ready to learn, and they leave like badass bitches with their flag in the ground, like, this is what I teach, come pay me. And I love watching it happen. I love watching it happen. So I've given you as much as I can here, really. I really have given you everything in a nutshell. All right, you guys, have a great day. I'm out of here. I gotta do some things. Can't wait to see who decides to come and join us.